Hey everyone, welcome back to the Jurassic World Evolution series. This is the start of episode 4, where today, I did some other stuff off camera in between episode 3 and right now, and I went back to Matanceros, and I went back to increase my entertainment division, so I was able to unlock Sinoceratops. I don't have 50% genome yet, but when I do, I can start producing some. I might put them in Muerta, not entirely sure. I did hatch a Chunkingosaurus, though, in Muerta. If I can find it, I will show you. No, it's up here. It's right here. Let's go to fossils. His comfort is actually going down a bit because of social. So let's actually go into the hatching bay and start incubating a new one. Another one. We don't want his comfort going down too much, because then it becomes a problem. Yeah, it's gotten a little down, but hey, we have a new viable genome, Sinoceratops, and it's actually, if you look at it, it's actually part of the Fallen Kingdom DLC. It's one of the new dinosaurs that you can get. I think we'll incubate it later because this herbivore enclosure is going to be pretty full already when it's done, when the Chunkingosaurus is done. Oh no, it was too weak to survive. We're gonna incubate another one. We gotta do this quick. We don't want the one we have already to be angry and then try to escape. Yeah, its comfort is already down to 80%. Let's actually check what upgrades are on this. Yeah, incubation. Let's actually change incubation speed too. Now, down here, I managed to hatch 2 velociraptors. Now they're actually in a secure enclosure this time, which is good. Because last episode, it was complete chaos. I mean, tons of velociraptors everywhere. Now, I almost have Isla Tucano. I have a few contracts. The Ankylosaurus is doing okay right now. This other Chunkingosaurus is doing pretty good as well. I think it's going to turn out successful.
You did it, and I'm grateful. The contract, I mean. You've succeeded in getting more people in the park and more people coming to the science division. Just don't start gunning for my job.
Looks like I'm going to need... Yeah, looks like I'm going to need some more genome on my Ankylosaurus for some genetic modifications I need. Sorry. Sorry about that, guys. I don't have anything under zillions for my Struthiomimuses, and I just want to get up to 100%. I can get up my Velociraptor too, because then, even though I'm a real ways off, it's entirely possible that, I mean, it's one step closer to an Indominus Rex. And I also unlocked Isla Nublar off camera. I don't think I'm going to explore it this episode, but I might explore it later in a different episode. Alright, social is back up, so its comfort is going back up, but that's good because we don't want this guy angry. So right now, I'm getting pretty close to some rewards. Actually, extremely close to a science reward. So let's try and request a science contract.
We can always use a few more resources. Here's our chance to earn some.
Alright, that one's pretty easy. I'll probably end up getting the science reward. Now on this island, I've completed the entertainment and security main missions. This next one is probably the main mission for the science division, and we'll want to get that done, especially if we want to get some new dinosaurs and progress through the game. Now we almost have Isla Tucano, and I actually want to get that relatively soon. I think I want to aim to getting it this episode. But in order to do that, we're going to need, I think, like, our facility rating's doing pretty good, so I think what we're going to need is some more dinosaurs. Apparently I have 2 dead dinosaurs, though. One of them is a Draco Rex, that is not good. One of them is a Struthiomimus. Alright, it's not enough comfort for this Draco Rex right now. He can be pretty devastating if he does go down. So let's incubate another Draco Rex immediately. We'll take the transport teams to remove that dead body. We'll go over to the Struthiomimus and remove that. I'll even incubate 2, just in case. Let's get incubation speed on this creation lab. Mainly because this Draco Rex is losing comfort a little fast. Alright, our Velociraptors are doing alright. Which feeder needs that resupply? I don't really see the feeder. So, oh wait. Alright. Resupply
Feeder
that.
resupply request received.
Oh no, we don't have a gate in this enclosure. So what we want to do, we'll get a gate quick. Build ourselves a gate. We'll release them both. He's already losing a bit of comfort. Now let's get our ranger teams down. Oh, alright. As soon as the gate got put up, he went for it. Let's just make sure we don't have power outages, which is I mean, it's probably unlikely. Since I've got a pretty good amount in every division. Now, let's actually look, let's look in the genetic research right now. What do we need for the Indominus? We need 4 research centers and 100% T-Rex and Velociraptor genomes. So, to get Indominus Rex, we're probably gonna, we'll have to go to Isla Pena Pina, I can't pronounce that one correctly. Then the Indoraptor will be even more difficult because I need to get my security rating up in Isla Sorna for it. And I need 5 research centers anyway. So it's going to be a little more difficult. Let's just start doing some genetic research. Let's see where else we need to refill a feeder. We need to refill this feeder right here. So let's grab a ranger team and
resupply
resupply
request acknowledged.
Alright, our Dracorexes are comfortable again. I think what we need to do is increase their lifespan a little bit, so we'll need to get stuff that increases lifespan traits like the one I'm researching right now. I think if we were to add a 3rd Velociraptor, it might improve their social a little bit. So let's actually go over to this creation lab. Let's check out its upgrades first. Change this to incubation speed 2, this to incubation speed 2, and now let's go to the hatching bay. Let's just do a regular Velociraptor. Just do 1 for right now. Alright, we have an incoming tropical storm. So we're going to open all the shelters just to make sure everyone will be okay. Operations, let's get a storm defense station. Let's put it over here. For substation 11. Where is this over by? This is the Dracorex enclosure. A building is hotel 1's been damaged. Alright, so let's send this ranger team to repair the hotel. Now we'll send, well, this is the pack section. We're going to send the other ranger team. Let's repair the substation first. We got a bit of a power outage right now. There's absolutely no power over there. There we go, we'll build a substation right there. We'll connect it to this pylon. So now once this is done, the Swarm Defense Station will have some power. We want to make sure our Velociraptors don't break out, because then it'll cause even worse, you know, more of a catastrophe. Now we'll have it resupply the herbivore feeder. Alright, we got a disease. This guy has the cold. Alright, so what we're going to need the other ranger team. Let's add a task, let's medicate him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are...
Let's close all shelters. I think we are starting to run out of power a little bit, because this creation lab is offline. So yeah, I think what I need to do is build a new power station. You can build a small one over here. There's some terrain constraints over here. Let's release this Velociraptor. Not only that, but if one velociraptor dies, things will be okay, because then they'll be comfortable. They'll still be comfortable if only two. So we're going to have to go into landscaping, and we're going to have to flatten this area. Just flatten everything over here. Alright, the Draco Rex is cured. Now let's go to the power menu, go to the small power station. Still says there's terrain constraints, which I don't exactly understand. But we can build it right here. We'll just attach to that pylon right there. Now we're gonna need a path connection. There we go, now we have a path connection.
Reliable power makes this whole place work smoothly. And you taking on that contract, well, that was some smooth action on your part as well.
Alright, we got a reputation reward. Let's actually have a look at something. Oh, we actually have this. We actually have this ready. Alright.
I'm glad to see you overcame Dr. Malcolm's reservations. I don't know whether he is overly cautious or just looking for the chance to say I told you so. Maybe it's both. Regardless, I think that together we'll get this done. Okay, so as I mentioned before, we have a diseased animal coming to the park, and we need to get prepared for it. Let's get to work.
Did I hear this right? You're bringing a sick dinosaur to our facility? I'm gonna pray you know what you're doing, because I have no idea.
Alright, we need to look at these population ratings on everyone here. The only thing we might have to worry about here is the Ankylosaurus, since he's got a bit of an issue of population. He prefers a bit lower of a population. What we could do is build a new enclosure quick. I mean, this all really depends if the Diplodocus is actually coming into an enclosure, which it probably will. Alright, we'll just transport it. We'll put, for now, we'll just put it in the enclosure. Ensure the dinosaur can access food and water, which it can do both. It might be a bit of a bad idea putting it in the general population. But then again, this cage isn't looking so nice either.
Transportation complete.
Alright, that's a decently sized enclosure. I'm not exactly sure what he has. Alright, so we have a sauropod. Oh, we have it's a tunnel. That's nice.
If you like a challenge, and I mean, who doesn't? Well, I don't. But you, this place sounds perfect for you. Isla Tacaño.
That was close. We'll stay here though because we still have to complete the science objective. We'll go to the Kano. I'm just gonna pronounce it like that. We'll go to the Kano later. Oh right, I totally forgot. For these guys, they need a tall herbivore feeder instead of a small one. Because they are
To cure this
sauropods.
animal, we'll need to do research. Let's see if we can identify the extent of the problem and isolate it.
My understanding is that we have a diseased animal in the park, and you and Dr. Dewar are trying to find a cure. I don't approve. Then, no one asked me. However, I just remind you to keep that dinosaur away from the rest of our animals, in case whatever it has is contagious.
Alright, let's go to our research center quick so that we can research this disease. Alright, we'll go into medical treatment, and here it is. We'll need to complete that medical treatment. Yeah, as you can see, I unlocked Sinoceratops. If I can get my security rating up enough, I can on this island, I can get Baryonyx, and then I get Stygimoloch from Takano, and Isapena and Sorna for the other dinosaurs. So yeah, pretty basic. We just gotta make sure that the Diplodocus does not spread its disease to other dinosaurs. We also have to make sure that the Ankylosaurus is content, which it just so happens to be content, which is good. Now I still think I'm going to keep this enclosure around.
Business is good, but it can always be better. Consider this contract.
May as well take that. It's not bad. Yeah, and I'm close to an entertainment reward as well. Yeah, I have unlocked Isla Takano. It'll be a bit difficult. His comfort is a bit down. He likes a bit more grassland. But that's okay. We'll medicate him. And we'll resupply that. Alright, we'll get some more fences in. I don't see what's obstructing it, because there is nothing obstructing it. That's outside the buildable area. Oh, so we're getting multiple of these sick dinosaurs. Alright. I did not know that. So right now, I guess we'll just make this a Metriacanthosaurus area. We'll give it a carnivore feeder. And under landscaping, we'll give it some water. I was totally not expecting that at all. Kind of just wish it would come in now, but whatever. It's kind of too late for that now. Yeah, I tried my best to squeeze in as many dinosaurs as I possibly could. And while that might not necessarily be the best idea, it has proved to work a bit. There we go. So in a minute and a half, we'll have a sick Metriacanthosaurus coming into the park. But yeah, now that the Diplodocus is cured, we're gonna have to find out a way to give it a bit more comfort. So the only way to do that is to take away some forest, just a little bit. This is how disasters happen, because some of these animals are a little picky, especially the Chunkingosaurus. They're getting pretty picky. Yeah, this Diplodocus is not comfortable at all because it wants more grassland. Which actually is entirely, like, we can do that, actually. Let's take our enclosure thing a bit further out. Transport it to here.
To collect the asset.
Alright, we may as well just connect those fences together. We'll demolish these fences over here. This seems like a fairly good idea as well.
Asset delivery confirmed.
Now the Diplodocus has more grassland. Hello, Metriacanthosaurus. First of all, we'll get the ranger team out, add task.
Request acknowledged.
There we go. He's being medicated. However, Metriacanthosaurus wants more forest. So that's exactly what we'll give him. Let's zoom in and select him. Alright, his comfort has gone back up. He's okay with his environment. Ankylosaur, yeah, they're comfortable. They're all comfortable in their environment, except for the Diplodocus. Now, what does he want more of right now? I cannot even select him. This is a little bad. What has got you so down? Whatever, I guess we'll just have to figure that out a little later. Alright, Ranger car is pulling in. Metriacanthosaurus will be cured. Where are you now? There he is. His comfort's actually gone back up over here. He's a little more touchy of grassland than forest. There we go. The mission has been complete. Research Team Bravo is now available.
Not only can we bring them back to life, but we can bring them back to health. I have the latest lab results. The dinosaurs are cured. Disease-free. That's a job well done.
Let's get rid of a little bit of forest because we want to make sure everyone is okay, and that includes the Diplodocus in the park. Okay, he is comfortable over here. And he's way more touchy of grassland than forest, which I guess makes sense for a sauropod. As for Metriacanthosaurus, he is doing fine. I think he'd like a bit more forest though. I think that should be enough to keep his meter up a bit. Alright, we just gotta make sure this Metriacanthosaurus is happy. I think people are gonna like, yeah, we have great variety now. Our facility rating has actually gone down a bit. But I have unlocked Isla Tucano, so for right now, I think that's where I'm headed. I can always come back to Muerta later. Yeah, as you can see, I did unlock Isla Nublar. Yeah, I did go back to Matanceros, and now it's time for Tucano. After this is Isla Pena. Pena. I'm just going with Pena. Then Isla Sorna. Let's go straight to Tucano. Apparently, we are in serious debt here. So yeah, we're gonna have to come back from that. That's not really good. So I have seen a guide online for Tucano and Pena for those more difficult islands.
There was another island near here where an amusement park was built over the bones of an abandoned one. Spared no expense, as Hammond would say. A biological preserve. Yeah, you may have heard about it. At least the stuff that wasn't classified.
Alright, so we are
One
the
of your
negative
predecessors
right now.
was in charge of this island. It didn't go very well for them. But here's your opportunity to succeed where they failed. You'll need to carefully consider how to make money if you want to turn this into a profitable endeavor. And you do. Trust me.
Alright, this is pretty simple. So, first off, we don't need the Innovation Center. I think we'll need the gift shop. What is this? We'll destroy the bar, fossil zone, toy shop. I think we'll keep the arcade. Demolish the restaurant. What's this right here? Clothes shop. I mean, we just need like basic necessities right now. Right here, there's absolutely no power. Apparently, they could not even afford to finish an enclosure or even get power. right now I am no longer in debt or anything. Nothing's gone bankrupt. So right now, let's pick up a contract. Let's pick up some contracts right now. So, yeah, we'll go to contracts, new contract. We'll take one out of science.
Word is that a new contract is available.
Right, that'll take a little bit. I think it says, yeah, just a carnivore. We're going to need some money though. But what I don't think we have is a power station. No, we have to have one. Okay, yeah, we do have one. We'll get double improved output. Let's actually look at this. Has an incomplete track. Okay, I see. So what we need to do is, let's go into power. We're going to need to link these pylons together. There we go. That leads to less power outages right here. This pylon isn't really going anywhere. And we don't have a substation here, so we're going to need to build ourselves a substation. Right here. No, we'll build it more over this way, right here. Well, now we'll build some pylons to connect. Alright, no more power outages. So now what we need to do is quickly Alright, that's a start. How about the first thing we have in our park? Actually, we can have a Ceratosaurus, a Dilophosaurus, or we can go with a simple. Let's go simple. Actually, we'll just make a Struthiomimus. Its genes are a bit modified. You'll crank up success rate. Alright, so we have the dinosaur incubating. Now, of course, everything is failing right now. We're having absolutely no income. Now, so right now, what we're going to need to do. Alright, this is ready for release, so we'll release it immediately. We're also going to need to incubate another one, actually. So, alright, we have our first Struthiomimus. Yeah, just get some basic dinosaurs, because we are on a pretty low budget. We'll eventually start getting income. I think we're starting to go a little less in debt. These are very expensive paths. Yeah, most of this area just looks very unfinished. Let's link those paths together. We'll release this guy. Next thing we want to do is, alright, there we go. Now we have some Struthiomimus, we're getting a bit of revenue, which is better than being in the negatives. And we've already got a star. Let's request a new contract. We'll get it out of entertainment.
Don't look at this as extra work. Look at it as extra money and experience.
Now, what do we have to work with? Down here, yeah, down here is the power station. I don't see anything else. Here's fast food, everything. Emergency shelter. There's a pylon here not really doing much. So let's get rid of that pylon. Because it's not doing anything, it's just sitting there, being kind of useless. Yeah, we're doing pretty decent. Later on when I actually, because right now I'm getting a good amount of profit. Let's actually look at our ratings. Facility rating's good. It's just our dinosaur rating. We have a poor variety since the only thing we do have is the Struthiomimus. But with the gene modifications, they'll be at least decently popular. Yeah, I was able to recover from debt pretty quickly, actually. I mean, I could always get a new innovation center later. You know, restore all those restaurants and such, but that we gotta save for when we actually do have. Yeah, all this stuff is like way expensive right now. So what we need to do is really just sit it out and wait. These guys are totally comfortable because they don't really care. They don't really care much. Yeah, 2 Struthiomimus will bring up the everything real easily. There's a path that goes all the way down here. Clearly unfinished. I mean, down in that area, we could always put something there. Maybe like another carnivore in this area. But that's, you know, we don't want to plan too far ahead.
I'm not a fan of long walks, and it seems your guests agree with me. Increase your transport coverage and help us all take a load off.
Alright, so we gotta finish the monorail track. Here, and the monorail track's just going nowhere. Don't think it's in this I think it's in guests. I don't actually have that yet, so the monorail station, we could demolish the station. Not entirely sure though.
Your attention, please.
Yeah, right now we'll just deactivate it because incomplete track, just a waste of power. A total waste of power, and we don't really want that. Alright, let's look. Yeah, we're doing pretty decent in our profits. Request a security contract.
When things go wrong, who do they turn to first? You guessed it. So consider this contract part of us always
we'll
being
accept
ready.
that contract. So yeah, basically we wanna get some variety in our dinosaurs, but we don't want to go too expensive, like say a Sinoceratops. That's way too expensive. I mean, right now the Struthiomimus is pretty cheap, but that's just about the only thing that's that cheap. Everything else is fairly expensive. Some I can't even afford right now. I could go for, well, the Draco Rex is a little bit testy. So right now what we can do is get ourselves a Corythosaurus, possibly. I mean, unmodified, it's pretty cheap. It's still pretty expensive. I think we'll risk it. We'll go for the Corythosaurus. Yeah, Struthiomimuses are doing okay. Speaking of which, actually, hold on. I forgot to give them a feeder, which I cannot afford. Just lucky they're not tall herbivores. I'm not entirely sure what to do right now because these guys are gonna end up starving to death. Now I can barely afford it. Now I'm basically bankrupt. Well, not really. I still have got $4,000 now, but still a little, you know. Yeah, I think I might slip up into the negatives, but at least my animals are doing okay. As for the Corythosaurus, I might hold on releasing it because I think its social rating, it needs a little bit of other Corythosauruses to be happy and content. Without them, they kind of, you know, go off and don't be content. So right now, we can't really, technically can incubate a carnivore if we save up enough, but even then we have to build a whole separate enclosure for them because this is the herbivore place. We gotta go with, you know, little herbivores like this, the little stuff first. And right now I'm getting 17,000 per minute. And every division is pretty neutral with me right now because I haven't done completed any contracts yet. So the security one we can't do until later. Same thing with the, same thing with the entertainment one. So like right now, the science one is really the only one we can do. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk releasing that and having, you know, that'll just end up in more bankruptcy. But for right now, I'm actually going to end the stream. I'm gonna work on Tucano off camera a lot, you know, just to make sure everything's good. So I will see you guys in the next episode.